Yash, you ever notice you have a problem, you go to somebody, spiritual teacher, and they say, just surrender, man. I mean, come on. Why are you holding on to it? Let go, let God. Surrender. Surrender's not a volitional thing. It's not a choice that the mind is making. It's like I make it a choice to pick this rock up. Even that's not a choice, really. But surrender is definitely not a choice. It's a it's a it's a subconscious. You can say let go. It's some kind of shift, some revolutionary change in our outlook, some leap in consciousness. Something surrenders this ego mind with all its identity and trying to control things and work stuff out and I have to survive, I have to awake, I that that little I, me, I, it gets surrendered. How are you going to do that? Is it the little I that's going to surrender itself? It's just going to say, I think I want to trust God now, and so I'm going to surrender. By default, the software in this little individual I, it doesn't surrender. It can't. There would be no life. Something would get hard and or something, and then it would just say, "Okay, I'm done. I'm surrendered." Its job, the mind, it's all connected. The individual little I and ego and the mind and all that, it's the same. They're all friends. They're all like stuck in each other. Its job is to experience what it's like to be this autonomous individual that's making decisions, and then I'm I'm going this way and that way and journeying, and I'm looking for enlightenment and awakening, and oh, I made a mistake, oh, I did good, I'm better than them. You see, it's a very personal individual I. At some point, though, that I begins to suffer its play, its projections. It's like if a director in Hollywood, he was making movies and stuff, and at some point, he just started suffering his movies somehow. Maybe you got too many bad reviews, and so something there becomes an organic let go. The movie director, producer, he just organically doesn't want to make movies anymore. Something, but he's not responsible for that. He needed that experience of making all these movies and then tasting the pleasure that come from making the movies and then tasting the negative side from making the movies. And then it's like something inside, he was willing to listen now because he's tasted both sides, positive and negative duality. That experience somehow, you can say that the little I quieted down a little bit because it experienced everything, like it became stuck, it confused. It's like I watched this movie, this program back in the day, La Femme Nikita, and they killed off my good actor. I didn't like that part, but they created this artificial intelligence, and the artificial intelligence was going to kill everybody in that section. So then the computer programmer, that's the good actor I liked, he created it so this artificial intelligence couldn't kill him. So he told the artificial intelligence, he says, "Look, if you don't call off this thing that you're doing," the computer was going to like gas everybody. He locked him. They locked him, all the people in the room. They were gonna, he says, "If you don't stop that, I'm going to kill myself." And he had these shock things that were going to electrocute him. And the computer was stuck. He says, "I need time to think. I need time to think." "We don't have any time." "No. Now, call this thing off. I need to," he couldn't compute. And then the countdown with the gas. It's like 5, 4, 3. And then Burkoff, that's his name. He's like, I'm out. And then he saved everybody. I like stuff like that. So it's like this little personal individual I. It gets like that at some point. It can't compute anything anymore. It's run out of moves. It's done everything that it could do to try to figure something out, and it just kind of never worked out right. And so it just can't compute. It's still there, but it can't compute. But see, it didn't call the search off. It happened organically via enough experiences. You just burn yourself out. It's like an old car or body. It'll just burn out after a while. So this whole individual ego thing, it burns out after a while. And then there's a natural surrender. But it doesn't end there. It's almost like, when it burns out, and then there's this natural, we have access then to our deeper nature, which does the surrendering. You can say the true spiritual sadhaka is born at that point. Now he knows the difference between the little individual I and his higher self. It's like, damn, I like this higher self. So then attention starts to go more into the higher self, and guess what happens? The little I starts to get like renewed, it starts to recuperate because it's not burning itself out anymore. So it starts to, and then the higher self is like bringing it back to life on some level. The little I's like taking the energy now, the life force, that's the new life force that's flowing because we've tasted surrender. So then that's the game. That's where sadhana becomes efficient, is to keep the attention more into this higher awareness. Otherwise, the little I is going to take all your gains and then spend it, and then you're going to be low again. And then you're going to be like, how do I surrender? The sun's coming out. You see it? Nope. I don't know. Maybe like that, right? Yeah. So that's the game. That's the game in life. There's no like you call off the search, one and you're done, surrender. I was talking to a guy today doing a consult, and his mind was messing with him like that. He's like, but I see all these videos and they say you're just done. Like you have some Hollywood movie magic theatrical experience of awakening, and then you're done. He's like, man, I haven't had that. So maybe I haven't had it. Maybe I'm not awake. See, the mind will do all that. It knows how to mess with us and to get us back into the little I. But once we've tasted the surrender, once we know what the mind's job is and how its job is to torture us, it tortures itself. It tortures the little I. The little I tortures itself, is what it does. It's some sick, masochistic, cosmic joke, It's all good, though. Once we're hip to that game, then it's like our discerning deeper wisdom powers, it checks out of the virtual reality show that the little I is always creating. It's like it takes the headset off. Or a better way of saying it, there's awareness of this higher self that's not wearing the VR headset. And so somehow the attention goes back into that. It's like, okay, yeah. I don't want to play the VR game right now. And then we forget, and it's like, well, let me just dabble. I can dabble. And so this is the thing. We keep going back and forth like that. So don't take that serious. That's destiny. That has to happen like that. Otherwise, it wouldn't happen. We got to go through the whole thing, not surrendering, and then surrendering a little bit, and then losing the surrender, and then coming back to the surrender. The whole show runs itself. Knowing that can kind of help you relax when you're in the show. Still, allow the seeking energy to continue. You know, don't be a non-dual oak. Let that happen. But just don't even take that serious. Don't take your gains, spiritual gains serious. Don't take your spiritual relapses serious. This is all part of the show. The real self, it doesn't have anything to gain or lose. It doesn't have form. It's beyond destiny and all that. But then it's like, well, what's it going to do? So it incarnates. It creates this individual movie magic machine, and then boom, we get to experience how it feels for a while to think that's really who we are, and then get to experience to wake up from that. It's a cool dream at some point. All right, have a good day.